maybe I did see a dog in here after all, said Mr. Goldbags. Mr. Solvent entered the vault and started looking around. I also see some spots of dried saliva on these bags, he said. Are you saying that the thief drooled all over these bags? A man asked. No, no. It was the dog that did the drooling. A drooling dog was in my bank, Mr. Goldbags explained. Maybe, and here's some more hair, brown hair, and over there are peanuts scattered all about. It looks as if the thief's drooling dog likes to eat peanuts, a woman said and giggled a bit. Absolutely not. This hair came from a monkey, replied Mr. Solvent. Monkey? Everyone gasped. Now we have a drooling dog and a hairy monkey, grumbled Mr. Spursmith. Perhaps, answered Mr. Solvent, but it was the monkey that ate the peanuts. There are also cat scratches on the wall, and over there I see some feathers and birdseed. Nonsense, replied Mr. Goldbags. I cannot believe that the thief had a cat with him, too. A cat that wore feathers and ate birdseed? Mr. Solvent did not bother to answer him. Instead, he requested that everyone leave the bank. I just need peace and quiet to finish my investigation. I also need to take fresh footprints and, oh yes, fresh paw prints too. Well, just make sure you get our money back, the crowd yelled. Don't worry, I shall have this case solved by tomorrow. After investigating the vault very carefully, the detective sat down to think about what he had found. He was still puzzled about the animals. Why would a thief bring animals with him? Then his experience in solving crimes began to give him some ideas. He remembered that thieves sometimes rob the same place twice. And there were still some bags of coin left. That meant that the thief might return to finish the robbery. Yes, I think the thief will be back. And I, Mr. Solvent, super sleuth, am going to set a trap. That night, Mr. Solvent hid behind a door in the bank. With the lights turned low, no one could see him. He waited and watched. Nothing moved, except for the ticking of the grandfather clock. Tick, tock, tick. The bank was completely silent. Then, just as the clock struck midnight, a huge chandelier began to sway back and forth, and back and forth. In a few minutes, something crawled out of it and stayed hidden near the ceiling. Mr. Solvent's heart began to beat faster. He could not see exactly what was up there, but whatever it was big. Finally, that something swung down out of the shadows. Now Mr. Solvent could see it. It was a monkey, a big monkey. The animal stood there and looked around a few minutes. Then it hurried over to a desk and sat down and entered a few computer codes. The monkey quickly hacked into the alarm system and turned it off. Mr. Solvent was shocked at what he had seen. The monkey was pleased with what he had done. It chattered happily to itself. Then it climbed on top of the computer, proudly stuck out its chest, and gave a long, low whistle. Now, Mr. Solvent was really shocked. All kinds of animals started popping out from hiding places. They came down from the ceiling. They raced up from the basement. They crawled from under desks, crept from behind doors, and jumped out of drawers and trash cans. Mr. Solvent watched as the animals hurried to the vault. They gathered up the rest of the bags, carried them outside, and loaded them into a wagon. So that's how it was done, the detective said to himself. That thief has trained his animals well. They can actually rob a bank for him. What a smart way to hide his own identity. It is clear that I am dealing with a clever thief. but I have never failed to solve a case, and I will not fail this time. When all the animals had left, Mr. Solvent slipped out of the side door and followed the wagon. He stayed far enough back so no one would see him. After a few miles, the wagon was stopped at the mouth of the cave. The animals quickly unloaded the bags and carried them inside. Ah, yes. This must be their hideout. Their leader will probably be there, and I will arrest him. Before long, the detective began following the animals. Deeper and deeper he went into the cave. When he came to a large cavern, he stopped. Then he crept closer for a better look. What is happening? He said to himself. I see no person here, I only see animals. After a while, Mr. Solvent stepped out from the shadow. What is going on here? Where did you come from? And where is your leader? For a few moments, all the animals froze in fear. The cat stopped playing in the silver dollars. The dogs stopped chewing on the coins. The birds stopped chirping. The monkeys stopped chattering and jumping about. Mr. Solvent looked all around. He recognized the monkey that had hacked into the alarm system. Speak up, he said loudly as he stared directly at the animal. Finally, the monkey stepped forward. We are the pets from ICKYPOO, it said in a trembling voice. We have no leader. We are alone. Mr. Solvent had to admit that he was surprised. Then you are the ones that planned the robbery? How smart you are. But why? Why did you decide to rob the bank? Because our owners had become too greedy, the monkey explained. They were so busy catching silver dollars that they forgot all about taking good care of us. Now Mr. Solvent understood what the animals had tried to do. Without all that money, you hoped your owners would start giving more attention to you. That's right, meowed the cat, and the others voiced their agreement. Well, the people were wrong to be so greedy, Mr. Solvent told them. However, you were just as wrong to steal that money. You must return the money right away. We are willing to do that, said the money, but first the people must agree to our deal. And what is that deal? The detective wanted to know. The monkey hopped up on Mr. Solvent's shoulder and started whispering in his ear. As the detective listened, he began to smile, and then he began to chuckle, and then he laughed and patted the monkey on the back. I understand exactly what you are telling me, and I'll make sure everyone else understands that too.